Hello, in this video I'm gonna uncover all AI features on your REALME 14T. So let's begin by the system AI features which we're gonna find in the settings. So let's get to the settings and then accessibility and convenience, and now you can see we'll see different things step by step. The first one is the AI Smart Loop. I'm gonna agree and continue. Then once you enable it, you can either share content or screenshots by sliding it to a smart loop. I'm gonna show you that. As I take a screenshot, it shows me a gesture tutorial, so I need to take a screenshot again. Then it'll show this like loop on both sides. You can slide it into that. And then you can select the app to use. You can also slide up or down to scroll across these. And once you select something, I'm gonna select Google. Then you can hover over it and wait a moment. I think it should be working. But okay, let's see what it does. So it just opened Google Lens, and on the Google Lens it has searched for my image. So there is the AI overview of that. You can also go to visual matches and see what matches your screenshot. So for example, if you're watching a video, you can screenshot something in that video and then use that to send it to the Google Lens. But the AI Smart Loop is not only for that, but for sharing your things across different devices or your friends or whatever. You can use it for many different things. Now another AI thing is the Smart Sidebar, which isn't enabled by default, but once it gets enabled, it will be here. And you'll see different apps that you can edit, of course, and the all and whatever. I don't know why it says smart. Maybe it just sets these apps randomly depending on what it thinks will be needed. You can also click on all, but yeah, just open any of those apps and it'll open it at first in the floating bar, in the floating window mode. So you can see I can continue using what's underneath it, but also continue using the app itself. So I can use both at once. It's pretty convenient, I think. And you can also click here to put it on full screen to minimize it or close it. And that's how you use it. Now, let's get to the next thing, which is smart sensing. And if you go into that, you need to enable the gestures and motion to take pictures and record videos, to make phone calls and stuff. Then the air gestures, if you enable them, then you will be able to, let's see, the air gestures for calls. If you click on land gestures, now I think now we're gonna answer the call. So you just need to hold your hand in front of the camera like that, then flip it, and it's answered. Now to mute, hold the palm like that and just hold. And that's how you do the calls stuff. The in-app air gestures will have a bit different things, like let's see, the supported apps are Facebook, TikTok and YouTube. And let's learn it. Okay, so I need to hold it in front of the screen, then move it backwards, and it just did something, but I didn't really pay attention, so maybe let's go back. Activate. This is activating the gesture recognition, so just hold your hand like that and slide it up, or just away from your phone. And then to skip to the next video, hold your palm up to the screen with fingers pointing up and hold still for 1 to 2 seconds until you see the hand icon. Then flick your hand down to switch to the previous video, or probably hold your hand like that, then flick it up to do it the other way, to go to the next video. You just need to learn it and get it. Okay, so now it has recognized. Now I need to flip it up, and as you can see, it has skipped to the next video. So these are the in-app air gestures. And by the way, if no gestures are detected for 3 minutes, gesture recognition will be disabled. And to turn it back on, remember, you need to hold it in 3 centimeters distance, then go away with it to like 20 or 40 centimeters away from the screen. Then there is also the double tap to scan. So if I enable that, then when I point my camera at a QR code, I can just double tap twice on the back of my phone and it'll scan that QR code. So maybe let me find a QR code on my other device. Okay, so I do have one. And now if I double tap on the back of my device, somewhere near the top, it should scan it. Let's see if it actually does. Okay. Okay, so while on the home screen, I didn't read that. So we just need to get to the home screen, and now it is identifying the QR code. Let's try again. It says no QR codes identified, so I'm just gonna try from a further distance, and yes, it is opening the QR code right now. I think this is quite convenient that you just don't have to go to the camera app, you just need to be on the home screen, which is way easier to access than the camera app. And now it gets me to our website. Now another feature is ahead of us, AI Boost, which if you enable it, then it boosts system and gaming performance. So let's enable it. If you go to Smooth Boost, you can optimize, but I think it'll optimize itself automatically as well. It doesn't really say anything about this feature, so it's really hard to understand it for me, but maybe after some time of using it, I would get it more. Then the game boost also allows you to set the minimum CPU frequency and the minimum DDR frequency. The higher they are, the smoother the games run. And now in games it will be probably pretty boosted. Then let's go to the next thing, which no, these are all of the features. So these are the all of the features in this section, but I also go to more. So one of them is circle to search. If you press and hold, I think it should be working. but it isn't for some reason, so I'm just gonna find the reason for it. Just search for circle to search, and now it should enable that circle to search if you press and hold on the gesture guide button bar or on the home button. I don't have this bar, it's not visible here, so maybe this is the problem. Let's try going to the display and brightness. Is it here? No, I don't know. I'm just gonna find navigation. Gesture navigation. Then, yeah, it doesn't show it. So I'm gonna switch back to buttons to see if it works with buttons. And with buttons, oh, of course, yes, it does. So I can circle something to search for it. Like, for example, let's circle the placer. And it'll search for it with Google Lens. So it's quite convenient, I think. Now the last feature is the Gemini, which comes pre-installed on your phone, but as you press and hold, like at first it'll open, I think, the Google Assistant, but then after some using of your phone, it starts turning on Gemini actually. So you just need to sign in, and it works sort of like ChatGPT or Copilot. It's just your AI assistant that you can ask anything and it'll try to answer you the best it can. And you can access it by either going to the Gemini app, or if that gesture is enabled, which is enabled by default, you can press and hold on the home, on the power button, and it'll open the Gemini. And that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.